Hello guys, can you hear me? Just let me know. Okay, great. Okay, so first thing is that about the web goat. So that we will handle by the Saksham sir. Like I got some of the students are getting problems while installing or getting the started service. So I will guide you in this week. You can take a Skype call or you can just ping me or in group you can ping me. So I will guide you how to install or how we can resolve it. Today, like in the last session, we have covering about the XSS part. But before that, we covered today one practice session about the SQL injection, so that you can learn about the automation process. Correct. Now it is audible. Let me know. It's clear. Hello, hello. You can able to hear me? Yeah, great. So just a sec. Okay. So we'll learn today about the specific area. Already, everybody knows about the SQL injection, correct? So in SQL injection, did anybody have a work on the tool called SQL map? Anybody have work in this tool? Let me know. Yes, no, yes, no. Okay, okay, no problem is there. I will, showcase how to we can use it. Okay, so before the SQL map, what Saksham sir has teach you about the approach. So that is we call as a manual testing. Okay, so manual testing when we are doing of injection attack on any public website. I am not talking about the DVWA. DVWA maybe if you are using BWAP is there, or even you are using WebGoat. Correct. So these are the practice based, websites are there. These are the practice based, website. So that you all can do practice to understand the functionality about the different kind of vulnerabilities we have. But this is not a real sites. Okay. Some of the students are, trying to do real website testing, correct? So the scenario will be totally different. A reason you can see these are the websites are made or created in which programming language, that is in PHP, and the database is connected with the simply we can say we have MySQL or maybe MariaDB, or maybe they have connected with the PHP MyAdmin. So these are the database, different type of database we have. Okay, so the whole scenario of these applications are pre-built. Like if you follow these steps, you can able to understand how we can able to find the SQL injection. But the whole scenario change when we do on real website. Changes. So if anybody is trying to working on real website, so you have to take patience while finding the vulnerability. Of course, we can check out with the single inverted comma we can use, or double inverted comma we can using it. So what actually it is for the checking error on database, that what kind of error it is showing. So according to that, you are moving to the truth or false condition, one equal to something, or you are getting with one equal to one minus minus for checking what the Boolean conditions. Okay. So this is for the testing purpose, and it is taking lots of time. Whenever you are checking any website or working on it, so it will take time to find out that this is website is vulnerable or not. Okay, it is not same as it is on DVW or BWAP or WebGoat when you are doing practice. These are the practice-based websites, So for a beginner level who are, first time coming to learn about website hacking or learning about, SQL injection attack. So for them, this is for the practice session. When you are doing a real website testing, so the whole scenario will change. Reason, because on real websites, you don't know which programming language the website is building. Okay, front end, we always say that the particularly it is made in JavaScript, HTML, or CSS, correct? So this is easy to identify that this website is made up of one HTML, CSS, and JavaScript combination, correct? We can easily see the source code, but backend we need to check. We need to do testing, hit and trial method. Maybe it is written in PHP, maybe written it is in Node.js, JavaScript framework it is, maybe it is written in Python, or maybe it is written in Java language. So we have to do the hit and trial testing, that what kind of approach. So this thing sometimes what happen in database, we will get the error on the site. Sometimes error will show on website and sometimes it will not show. So error, if it is not, so that doesn't mean that the website is not vulnerable to the SQL injection. We need to check another approach or another methods that how we can get the information. If the query is submitted and we are not getting any error, so we need to hit enter and modify that query. Okay, then you can able to find some real bug on real website. Correct. So the concept is clear till here. Let me know about the SQL injection. I'm just talking about SQL injection because it's very different type of vulnerabilities we have available in SQL injection also. But this is a manual testing. So here, anybody have doubt, any kind of scenario you are doing in real website when you are doing testing? So these things you have to understand. You can use, I tell you that you can go with the Webalizer. I told you last time that you can use Webalizer or Buildwit kind of plugins, so that you can understand which web server or which kind of language they are using to creating that website. So according to that, you can do the hit and trial method. And where you can find SQL injection, that is the first question comes. So you will get the URL injection on the link, URL link, or maybe you are viewing some page ID. There you can get it some product based ID on some e-commerce website. So there it is referring, or some download file or showcase file. So there something it is showing. When we submit some data, it will show some result. So there you can check that this is trying to check the vulnerability is available or not. For one more practice, there is one more website is available. Maybe lots of students know. It's from the Aquanetics. Aquanetics. Okay, this is the site is available. PHP vulnerable. I will provide you. This is running on live website. It is for the practice purpose. Vulnerable PHP. So this is the website is available online. It is not hosted on your local system, not on Kali, but this is running on live website on Aquanetics platform. And this is for the practice purpose. Test.onehelp. Let me just copy this thing, Control A, and I am adding on the next. So here also you can try to perform SQL injection and do practice. So it will give one more realistic scenario that it is already running on website or on a real website. So how you can find the vulnerability in this website. Okay. DBW, you all doing practice. More websites are available apart from that, so you can do practice before starting or jumping on real website. Okay, because in real website, why we are not showing in the training part? Because it's illegal, because we don't have any permission of any website owner. Okay, we can provide test case studies, or you can just check a POCs of bug hunter or bug bounty platform base. So there also you can check out it for the scenario base. For initial practice, you need to understand. Like here you can see, you can go to this sign up option. You can just log in with the same test profile ID. That's it. Don't save. Then you can go to browser categories or browse artistics. So here you got three things like, this is a one, this is, if I click on there, you can get some blog content. Okay. But here you can see in URL, you get a little hint like art is equal to something. So if I change this number 223, so you can see the website data is also changed. Artist name is lazy. If I change this to 1, now you can see the content of the title and the content of the website is changed. That means whenever we are submitting some value, we are getting some response. So we are interacting with the database in the background. This is a front query we have use. Let me just copy this thing and you can see. So in front website, when we are doing testing, okay. So this is the website which, we get it like this is the artist equal to 1. When we change to, we will get some another part. But in backend, how it is running? Backend, it is because it is connected with database. So in database, what kind of query will come? Something like that, like select, you know, star. I will just say star everything from any table name we can take it. Let's suppose the table name is artist blogs. So I will take as artist blogs content. And we are getting a one condition where artist ID. So we can say artist underscore ID equal to 1. Okay. So this is how, query will run in the background. This is the website front end part whenever we do testing. And this is the background query of SQL will run. So here you can see condition is ID equal to 1. So if the submission is 1, so it will check the 1 condition. If the submission is 2, so the condition will be 2. So according to that, the website will display you data. Now there is a chance that we can, able to perform SQL query in a manual approach that we are doing or practicing. So let's suppose here I just use single inverted comma to check the error. So here we got an error and we got a little hint like MySQL fetch array. That means here, this is the why. Okay. This is the error we are getting from MySQL database, correct? So question comes here, like why sir I'm using single inverted comma? What is the importance? Instead of a single inverted comma, I can maybe use double inverted comma also. Question comes, but here also we are getting an error. But sir, why not I can use a percentage here to get some details or part. So you can see the percentage is not taking, or if I go with the and sign, so I am not getting any error. Why this single inverted comma or double inverted comma only giving error? This kind of question, you should ask yourself while performing this kind of attack, correct? That is, question comes. So why I'm using single inverted comma or double inverted comma? Reason, because this is the basic error of database. This is not an error of website. Website is not getting, error. If website is getting error, so this will not show any kind of output, or it will show that not found, or the website is not found 1404. This kind of error come. But this is not a problem of website. This is a problem of in the backend database. So we are taking a benefit of database is not configured properly. Now reason is that why I use these two things, so we are getting an error. The reason is that, uh, you know, taking a simple example, I think everybody have learned little bit about C, maybe C++ language, or maybe Java or Python. Little bit everybody knows, correct? Just in an overview at any time who have learned or who are from the computer science background. Okay, so here we use called a variable. We create one variable, so we have called a data type. Okay, so anybody knows what are the data types is in programming language, who already learned little bit? Yes. So in data types, we have options called int. We have float is there. We have long. we have char is there, we have long float is there. Okay, we have double long is there, correct? These are the characteristics is available when we are creating a data structure, correct? Yes, lots of things we got it. Good, good. Okay. So these are the things is available. Now in this, what actually happened? We are, storing a 1 bit or 2 bit of character values, correct? Same thing is also happen in database. So in database, what we are using? INT, we are using varchar, and we are using character. So integer means, if you go with the, integer, so integer is include with the, that is 0 to 9 value, correct? It will not include any alphabet, that thing. Okay, we have the character. So it will use A, B, C, D, small a to Z, or maybe it will goes to capital A to Z, or 0 to 9. But the reason is that we are not taking as a character because it only store 1 bit size in memory. So it is not used for a long term storage or big data store. We cannot use it. So there we cannot select character in database because we have to store password, we have to store credit accounts details, login account details, correct? So here we replace with the varchar. Now varchar is having the ASCII code, like including all the A to Z, capital A to Z, 0 to 9 is there, or all the symbols we have, like 36 symbols are there, like percentage, this thing. So everything is stored in ASCII character. But when we are defining a table, when we are creating a table, so there what we do is the ID equal to something. So ID we set as a character set, like character input, because it is a single ID, correct? So when I am using single inverted comma, so it not able to identify by database that what actually a user is requesting. I only know 0 to 9 number value, but they are requesting some inverted comma, some symbol. So I don't have any information about that. So due to that, what actually happened? Database will give you an error, and that error help us as a hacker to manipulate or to attack on the database. So that's the actual story about SQL injection. We have different type of SQL injection is available, but this is the main reason why this SQL injection is happening in a website. Correct? Till here, anybody have doubt? Any option? Any query is there? Clear? Now you all get the reason why SQL injection is happening on a website. It is not a error of website. It is an error of database. Okay. Once more, I will repeat it so you can understand everything once. Okay. Let's go in another way. Let me know how many people here have already learned or have knowledge about the MySQL or database, who actually done some of the the creating database or deploying. Just give yes or no simply. Okay, we got some of the persons know, some of the persons don't know. Okay, got it, got it. Almost everybody knows about database. Okay, 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 okay. Got it, got it. Okay, great. So see, firstly, we understand the structure of the website. I previously also told you that how the website is created. Website structure. Let me not go in this way. I will showcase with diagram. Let's go with draw. Here I will showcase. So let me delete this. Okay. So we have a one website like something like this. Okay. Well, it is not. Okay. So here this is a website. I will just type here as a text website. Okay. This is the website we are opening on web browser. Okay, so this is you or me who is opening a website or opening any website. That is, now we have to understand the backend structure. So in backend structure, what actually I'm taking a one database. There will take a one. Let me search with the server. So we got a one server here, correct? And then we'll take a one internet access because we are interacting with the internet. So here we'll take a www or internet globe. Okay, so this is how the website is work. Now, if I type here as a internet, this is done. This is your called web server through which website is hosting, and in the background there is a database is connected. Okay, let's suppose we taking a MySQL as a simple one database. We have multiple different options are available for database. So till here everything is clear. Let me know. Let me just connect it. So anybody is requesting us through internet, we got the response that will be go, and whatever the data is requested, so it will fetch here, and we got the response directly to the website like this way. Okay, so this is how we get it. This is a simple structure. So let's suppose taking a simple example of Facebook. Whenever we go log in a Facebook, so what we are doing is the username and password we are sending. So that will be go over the internet. Internet access, you can take example with you are using Airtel, you are using Vodafone, you are using Jio, Reliance, or any Wi-Fi provider you are using. Okay. So through that, the website is available here. So through which we are getting the response. Now the database is stored in the background through which we can identify that this is the original user. Or if there is a no verification, so anybody can log in your account, your Facebook account, correct? So same, this is the fundamental we have. Now what happened here? Let's suppose I open the same site like this. Okay. So here what we are doing, this is the front end part. I have requested this URL website. Okay. On there. So in the front end, it will look like in this way. Correct? Like test php.worldhub, this, and the page I am requesting here like this. And in the background of the database, how it will run? This will run as of this. This is the backend query will run here. In the background. There. Okay, and we will get the response in a front end this way. So let's suppose I change the value 1 to 2 or 3. So if I'm changing this value, what actually happened? The page content of the site is also changed. You can see here, it is black 3. Okay. When I use here 1, so the name will change like R43, or you can go to categories. Let me just go to browse categories. So here we have like poster is available, painting is available. So I go to search for paintings. So I got one value that is something this. So it is painted by R4W. If I change this category 2 to 3, so you can see no data is available on this particular website. So if I go category 1, now you can see all the images are available here. That means when we changing a request, according to that, we are getting a result. So that's how the database is connected from a website. So now, if you know, or if you have little knowledge about the database, so this kind of information we actually run, like what kind of var character or this thing is we create. So if you go to W3 school, as a reference, I'm just taking you. And if you open the SQL queries, you need to learn SQL queries also for further advanced kind of an attack if you want to. So here we'll go to tutorial. There you can go to SQL is there. Here. So learn MySQL. Okay. So in MySQL, you can go to create a database. So here you can see creating a table. There, table. So in table, you can see we have a data type. So which kind of data type you will require? So here we have data type like integer, varchar, or character we have. Okay. So integer is referred as a person ID. Okay, like which is the person ID at which that is, information is stored. So if I go submit the answer, here you can see, like in a person ID. So okay, that is no problem. Don't go that much deep. Just understand, things what we are doing here. So here we have the person ID. This is written in integer. So this same thing is available here. That category is equal to 1. So this is defined in a var character. No, that is defined in an integer data type. So what actually happen when we are requesting for integer value? So database will only know about value 0 to 9 because it is an integer value. But what actually happen as a hacker or as a we are becoming a little bit smart to do the testing. So I use single inverted comma or double inverted comma or some percentage or this sign. So database will got confused like what I want to give output. Of course, because you don't have any knowledge about that thing, correct? So due to that, it will give an error, and that error may be reflect on the website. Here also you can see there is a category 1. So if I just use a single inverted comma, I am getting an error because you have an error on SQL syntax because maybe I have written a syntax wrong, or I am just trying to do the testing so that MySQL not able to understand that what as a end user is requesting, because in database it is defined that if the value is 1, so we will get a result. If the value is not 1, so there will be no securities available. There is no information there that you have written as wrong syntax. So this is how we can able to identify that there is a chance of SQL injection on this site, because we are getting a benefit of database error, not the website error. Okay, so that's how things will work, because database not able to identify what is single inverted comma or varchar when we're defining in an integer value. Got it? So that's how we can identify on a real websites. So the scenario will be changed at every place. Maybe if you are, using Amazon website or Flipkart website or Myntra, so there will be a product ID is there, but they are secure website because they have, good infrastructure. Lots of people are working. Let's suppose you are going with some local or startup based website. So there you can try to, check that where you are getting an error, where you are getting a response. So this is a manual testing approach. It will take time, and this is not like every uh, query you are just copy paste. Like in DVW, we have a specific queries that you are following. Correct? After getting an error, what we do, we will use order by option. We checking column like plus plus minus minus. Correct? Then we go with union select, and then we are taking 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma something like that, plus plus minus minus. Correct? Something like that we are using. Then we go with information schema details. These are the things we are trying to identify, but this is a pattern is available in DVWA application. That is a already vulnerable website for the practice purpose, but the same thing is not always be run on a real site. We need to modify this thing, one or two. Maybe in DVW it is working on 100 place. So that is not necessary that on real website it always work on 100 value. That can be work on 10 also. So this is a hit and trial method you have to do to identify the error on the website first when you are doing any real website testing. Correct. So again, I am asking, any doubt, any question is there, do ask. No, sure. If it is in the varchar, so it will not show the error. It may be show the error when we are using double inverted comma, or how we can, the precautions what as a database engineers they do, they will, filter the queries, filtering the queries and limit the content. So even if you are, using a specific varchar, okay, so it will not show error, not show error, because there already the single inverted comma, double inverted comma, it is available in ASCII code, so it will not show error. But the reason why we are not taking ID value as a varchar, because in integer the bit size is 4-bit value we store, correct? But in var character, what happened? We are storing 8-bit character value, correct? So you think about as a memory management or database management. If I am using varchar, so there is a wastage of memory, correct? Because I just required a 1 or 2-digit character value. So why I should use this much? This is what we call as a memory management task. When we are becoming a database engineer, that thing. So they always use integer. That is, they cannot go with the resolve this square, this error, this kind of error by replacing integer with varchar. They have to use another approach to verify this thing. So I will tell you what is we call as a precaution method, how we can secure SQL kind of errors. So that is we call as in a technical term sanitization. Like whenever the query is input by user, so they will first verify, then it will submit to the database. So this way we can secure ourselves. Okay, so we have different techniques are available, but understand the basic things. Of course, we have options are available. Maybe in different options, we can even bypass the varchar also. Okay. So that is the one thing. So every lab has different techniques. Yes, correct, Sandeep. So every practice, applications you are searching on DBWA, BWAP, Metasploitable is there, WebGot is there, or this website is available, or maybe if you are using Try Hack Me or Hack the Box kind of platform. So different website have their own technique to find the vulnerability, and same thing is also happening in a real website. Reason because in a real website, you don't know that which language is used by the developers to develop a website. So as a beginner level or as a first time when we are doing testing, we need to identify the technology first. Then we need to identify the structure or flow of website, how this data is submitted, where it is where this thing submit. When I submitting one value, so what kind of output I am getting? When I'm submitting two value or some ID, so the what kind of output we are getting. So according to that, you need to create your own custom SQL queries to inject on a website. So that is what we call a manual SQL injection attack approach or manual testing approach on a real website, or you are doing in any kind of lab scenario based also. Got it? Everybody have clear all the concept till here? Get the idea? Let me know. Till here. All good? Just give me a confirmation. Any doubt is there in any point? So let me know. All clear till here? Oh, okay. So if you are trying to do, real website testing, so just remember this small points. Okay. Because let's suppose what happened. Currently, we are, in DBWA, we have a database, MySQL is available, correct? So MySQL have its own kind of, error is available. So if any kind of an error comes, it have its own kind of error. But apart from that, in real website, maybe they are using Oracle database, maybe they are using MongoDB database, maybe they are using PHP MyAdmin data SQL is there. Maybe they are using MS SQL or MS Access is there. So different kind of database have their own different kind of error output it will show. Yeah. Manoj, you have to do the testing, like how the website is responding, because we do in a hit and trial method. Let's suppose this is a website is there, so I am trying to using single inverted comma to identify. If the single inverted comma not works, so we need to check the double inverted comma. If double inverted comma not works, so we will use a Boolean based condition like 0 false, 0 1 equal to 1, 2 false condition, correct? So according to that, we do hit and trial method. Okay, So sometimes it is available, but we cannot able to see. So it's a different kind of conditions we need to check. So before checking this kind of conditions, we need to learn about database first. Like what are the different errors are available. If you can go and Google and search for uh, different database injection errors. Okay. So let's suppose this is, one error based injection is available. Types of SQL injection you will get here. Some blocks you will get it. So different uh, SQL SQL is common language which we use to manage different kind of database. So when you do, you can see these different kind of this website link is there. So you will get different kind of error, like union based error is there somewhere you will get it. Some Microsoft SQL, so you will get like this kind of error, because that depends like which kind of database the website is using. So we need to learn basic SQL queries at least, so that you can create your own custom SQL queries on website. Then able to, you can find the errors. So there, you will get like different kind of errors. Like this is a one website is there. So this is a manual approach we are doing. Apart from that, we can use some automation tools also to work out it to find. So that is very easy to do. Okay. But in companies, what happened? They will ask like, apart from automation tool, what extra things you have found as a pen tester or as a web application, uh, testing engineer. So that will, give you one plus point. Okay. Any other? Okay. Uh, okay, we got, are you going to? Yeah, I will provide, one case also with the SQL map, UOV. And yes, Manoj, that is correct. As per the response, we can, get it. Sorry, sir, we cannot go with the live website right now because we have restricted with the, terms and conditions. Without permission, we cannot go. Yeah, you can do testing in Bugcrowd or HackerRank. You can create an account and there you can, legally do the testing purpose, which is, available in scope. Okay. So we'll provide you. And one more question I get it. If not SQL, then how we can do? If no, I said thing one thing that SQL is a just a query. It is a what we call as a structure query language. So this is a common language which we are using, and we have different type of database management tool is available. Okay. Just take an example. We have MySQL is a one database management. We have Oracle database is available. We have, you can go with the MS SQL. So these are the different type of database management. Common language is SQL queries. So if you know SQL queries, you can use any database easily. Same thing if I take you one more example. Let's suppose you need to, create a notes. Not notes, let's you are creating some programming coding. So in coding, where you can do the coding, we have interpreter is available, okay, or compiler is available, or you can create in a code. So where you can write codes, you can write on Notepad plus plus. You can write the code on Visual Studio, correct? You can go with the NetBeans is there for Java. We have code plus code block is there for C and C plus plus language to use. We have Python IDE is available for writing a Python, or maybe Anaconda is there, or JPython. So we have the JetBrains. These are the different editor tools are available. So language is common, that is SQL. Now how you are managing this thing? So we have this different type of databases available. So different organization have their own concept, how they're managing huge amount of data. Same thing you can check example of PPT. So in PPT we have mainly we go with the Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. But let's suppose if you don't have the paid access of PowerPoint, so we go with alternatives. Correct? Some open source tools. Same thing is also in the database. So common languages, structure query language we use to define and do the query. Now how we can use this thing? So we have this kind of different management tool is available. or you can say these are the management database. So that's how, if we learn SQL queries, you can able to learn any of the management tool easily. Some of are in a graphical, some of are in a command line access. So that's how the whole database stories, work here. Okay. Yeah, that's the correct thing. So this is all about, things, little background story. I think now everything is clear, everybody. Even you are doing on real website, so you can understand the flow, like how you can approach. Okay. So you can do the practice on DVWA. We have BWAP is there. Even you can do practice on this website, test php.1 level, because you can see it is available. So you can use order by, then union select, then you can do the particular in a part. Now these are the manual testing you can do practice. Of course, any kind of doubts comes, you can ping me or you can ping in the group also. So I will provide you the guidance on the same approach. Okay. Now how we can do this thing as an automation part, how we can do automation, because it will take a time taking process. So we will use your SQL map is available. Apart from that, you can go with some another tool also. Bob, so you have hack bar is available that you can use. Havis is also there, but Havis is get outdated, because we are not getting any kind of update on that part. So in Kali Linux, we have SQL map is available for testing purpose. Okay. So let's open the Kali machine. And here you can see I already running the DVWA here. Okay, so if we go, this is let me just log in, admin password. Then any question is there? Yeah, that I will also showcase you how you can use hack bar also. Okay, let me download that also. Hack bar plugin for Bubsuit. That is not running. Let me open the Bubsuit also. See, so if we are changing ID, it will not work as idle, because in idle what we are doing is that it is a injection of object redirection. Correct. So in object, what actually happen, we are changing the some value and then submitting it. Even if you are going to redirect to some page, so we are changing the value. But in SQL injection, what happened? We are fetching data. That is basic differences there. They look very similar to each other, but in SQL injection, what actually happened when we are changing the ID, we are requesting some value and fetch the data, fetch the database value. Okay, let me just minimize the chat here. So we are changing the SQL injection, but in IDOR vulnerability, what actually happened here, we change data value from our side. Let's suppose if we have any e-commerce website, so the product value is like, let's suppose it is in a $5 USD. So I'm just changing this value to $100, and while doing the payment, if it is updated directly into the database. So that is what we call IDOR. But here what we are doing, we are fetching the data without changing any value. So that is what we call as a dumping of data. So that is a very little difference we have. Of course, in both the cases, we are changing the ID, but we have to identify that which website we are working on. If it is a blogging website, so we cannot change any value to fetch information, but it is a e-commerce website or some online submission kind of website. So there we can, perform this kind of part. So different website have their own structure, and according to that, what kind of information we are, manipulating. So that way we can, rectify different kind of vulnerabilities we have. Okay, so that is the one difference I have told you, so that you can understand the basic differences in that part. Okay, great. So let's move further. Here we have the burp hack bar is available. So you can even, go to this particular site, we are hacking articles. It will showcase you how you can, enable in the burp suite. So I will provide you this link if you are, using hack bar, how you can attach in your burp suite extension. It's a third party, plugin we are using. And the official site is this one, which is here the GitHub page we have. So there you can go and download that particular, jar file. So this is the extension is available. You can, just go use this way. So I'm just using the Git to simply, copy, go to terminal. Let me zoom the character value. Then we can go with the cd root git clone and then the value. So ls, you can see hack bar is available. Cd hack bar, you can go clear the screen ls. So here we have this all, Biddle is there, source file is available. You can go to SR. So this is a code value, like, how you can manipulating. Then cd main, you can go and then check all the Java files are available. This is, written in Java language. So you are getting the value in the Java part. Okay. Now, this is a jar file. You can, directly upload it, or you can, download it from here. Or one thing you can also do, let me use the jar file per payload bucket here. In the official site of Postgres, there you will get this payload, download B. So you can just simply download this thing, B app. Okay. Okay, from here also you can download it. Also, you can go to Burp. So this is a Burp suite community I'm using right now. There you can, go to user options. We have extenders. So in extender, you can go to option called B App Store. There you can see all the third-party extensions and, options are available. So you can here even search for hack bar. Here you can get, hack bar is there, payload bucket. So this is the second one, you need to use it. You can click and then you can install it there. Or you can even install other plugins also. So that is an install. Now you can go, let's suppose we just, intercept some queries on. Let me set my browser also. No extension is there. Let me just use proxy. This is just an alternative. You can use your own system proxy. I'm using this thing, so it will, just reduce my time. Always switching to settings, then going. That is the one part. So it's your comfortability, whichever, permissions, or you can use it. Allow it in private mode also. Then go option. And here we'll add the burp proxy. So we'll type burp suite and then the local IP address and 8080. Save the file. That is done. That is done. Okay. Let's go to website DBWA. Here you can go to SQL injection and let's enable burp suite. Then I will just type here one value and hit enter. So I got the request like this. Now you can, go engage extension hack bar is available. There you can see SQL injection. So this is how, you will get it. When you, attach into the B app store, you will get like in this way, request. So in the right click on it, or even you can click on action bar. In action, you can get hack bar payload, hack bar, SQL injection. we have SQL column based, we have error based SQL injection, depending on which kind of error it is showing. So we don't know properly. We need to check login bypass. Right now we are not using any login bypass because it's a what we say, it is just a ID value, correct? So here any doubt is there till here, let me know. On command, which command you are asking, Rohit? Okay, see the yeah, from cloning is not required. Cloning is an alternative. This is the cloning part is alternative. So just forget about cloning. Nothing we have to do. I will just showcase you again in Windows laptop. Okay, so I'm not using Kali machine. I'm going to my Windows. I'm opening my burp suite is enabled. Yeah, this is the burp suite is enabled. So I'm opening it. I will showcase in burp suite. So it is in running on Windows. It is a professional. This is a crack version I am using. So let's see in the professional how we can add. Simply as you can follow for the community also. Okay. So just wait a second. I will showcase you again. Nothing to do in a command line. Just open the burp suite simply. It will take time. No. Okay. So there we got the burp suite. Okay. Now you have to go on your burp suite community when we are using on Linux. So you can go to this option called extender. So in extender, you can go to B app store. And in B app, you have all the third party, plugins are available. So you can here search for Hackbar. So you will get this plugin is available. This one, you can select on this and then simply install. That's it. 3 steps you have to follow. It is installed easily. Just remember that you should connect it with the internet. Now you can go to proxy and let's suppose I just on it and I will open this proxy also and then I just hit enter. So I think I will get the response on burp suite. No, just a second. Okay, oh, I think some more information Jenkins. Okay, I am having some another systems. So I'm using Jenkins also, not a problem. So you will get, here. Just a second. Let me just, Jenkins is available. Okay, no problem is there. This is how you can, install it. Okay. After install, let me just enabling it. Try again. Okay, just a second. It is failed. I will showcase you. Just a second. I will edit it to the 999. Okay, then I will go to extension option. I will change this port number to 999 and then save the file. Now we'll go to where it is. Go to back. Okay, now we'll go to burp suite, proxy intercept off, enable on. Then I will hit enter again. So I got the request here. So this is the request we got it. Like, query something is there. Now I can go extension, hackbar, and there you will get all this, column base, SQL base. This is how you have to use. Nothing to do with the command line or terminal. That is the alternative I have showcased you, but not required. This is the simplest way you can, use it. Okay. So any doubt here? Nikhil, which step you didn't have understand? There is a ticket to, I will provide you the link from there. You can install the professional. Okay, so there is not a option is option. Okay, last 3 steps. So last 3 step is I just rechange the proxy setting actually, because what actually happened on 8080 port number, I am running some different tool on this port number, but that's why I'm getting an error. So what I have done, I just changed the port number to 8080 to 999 because I'm doing some another testing or application. So at this port number, some other application is running on my Windows. That's why I just changed this port number. You don't have to change because you are not using that application in your system. So you simply have to open your burp suite. Okay. Then you can go to extended option. In extender, you will get a P app, B app, that is burp suite application store. There you can search for hackbar. You will get like hackbar payload button. Simply install it. And then whatever your proxy you will getting, you can just go to action button. In action, you will get this extension option. There you will get like hackbar, and then you can do any kind of attack. This is a very simple method you have to follow. Okay, don't worry about the professional or community version. In both the version, it will work. Okay, because it is available in community version only. Or if anybody want professional, so that I will provide you the link. From there you can download and set up it later on. Okay, in Windows system or in Linux. Till here everything is clear. Yes, so much. You can use any other port also, not 999. I'm just using 99 so that you can go with the 998, 9910, or 8000, 8100, anything. So not a issue is there in that part. It's just a communication. Okay, so port numbers are used to communicate the channel. So maybe if you are using multiple service in our laptop, so there will be some conflict will happen on a specific port number. So we just change the port number. This is how we can do troubleshooting. Okay. So I think till here everything is clear. So I will just showcase you all the practicals on Windows. Let me just close this thing because if I use on Windows, maybe the connection will not lost due to Zoom application is running. Okay, so here you can see this kind of comes. So you need to learn what kind of errors are coming. It is showing that the proxy refused the connection. So what I do, I will reload it. So it will redirect. Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, any other question till here? All good? Everybody, just give me one information. All good, all good. Okay. Okay, so let's go to Kali machine. Yeah, great. Okay, so we don't have to use this command line hack bar. We already have the burp suite on here. So you can see we have submitted the vulnerability on ID1. So if I send this thing into the repeater, so in repeater, what actually happened? We can see the references changes without sending the data on the server. You can see the website is still in the loading option. Okay, until and unless you didn't forward this packet, this website will be in reload motion only. Okay, and what happened in repeater, we can see the changes here, but this response is not submitted to the server because you can see the website is still in the loading mode. So that's how Bobsuit is helping us to modify the content or change the data. Now here, if I just use single inverted comma and then I just submit it, so you can see we are getting a internal server error because there is some error is coming in that part. So let me go with one inverted comma and then we can just submit it. So you can see we got an 400 bad request error, this kind of. So this is how you can change the proxy. Still it will not reflect anything to this particular ID value. So that's how the burp suite is work. Okay. Now what we can do is that go to the burp suite. On the proxy, you can go to action, you can go to extension, hackbar, and you can try to check column count. So you can use order bar, you can use union select, or basic statement like database version, and that thing you need to go. So if I go order bar, if I click order bar, now how many columns you want to click, calculate. So if I go with 6 number of columns, so you can see automatically this is query is automatically updated here. We don't have to edit this thing. Okay, so this will automatically added in the extension. Reason, let's suppose we don't know the SQL query properly. You can see here we have different kind of options are available. SQL injection like union, basic statement, database information, table information, MySQL information. So these are the different queries is already available by different security researchers or bug hunters. You can see the name also like Makam is there, Anon is there, Devil, Sharik is there. So they all are, working as a bug bounty or bug hunter in some industries in security. So they have contributed, combination of SQL queries and created a one open source tool as an extension so that we can use it for our purpose. So the whole process will become automation based. We don't have to wait for longer time. Okay, so that's how the extensions are helping us. So just you can forward from it. When you forward, the website will reload like this way. Okay, so that's how the things work. Of course, we need to practice how we can using the tool. You need to learn. So read about the hack bar tool, how we can modify the queries, or even you can start with the manual approach. Like here I'm using one, then I use single, and then I'm getting an error. So if I just forward again, so you can see we got in some error or something like that. Because it is not taking any input value. I will forward again. You can see the same result because that query is not submitted. So I will just remove this thing and enter. So the website will this way. Okay. So if you're using proxy and you want to access the internet same time, so you need to forward every request, whatever the request is coming here. If you can just off this thing and then you can use the queries. So proxy will not work. So the data connectivity will be same. So that's how the whole thing is working. I think everybody getting the idea. Whoever getting this kind of errors. So that's how you can troubleshoot this stuff. All good here. So we'll jump into the SQL map. Okay. So this is the URL we have. We'll just copy, go to terminal, and you can just simply let me just clear it. SQL map, it is come pre-installed. So we don't have to install it or something like that. You can just hit enter. You will get some details. If not, yeah, here we will get all details. So you can just use SQL map -h to get all the helps conditions. Like what are the things you can do here? Like these are the options are available. You can try to check all the information. You can use, dump all the database information, or you just want to know about the column details or database table details. Or if you have, some password is available. So how you can, crack that particular database password. So these are the different options are available. We can enable it with the random cookies, proxies is available, like different conditions. Why we are using Tor option? Let's suppose we need to hide our own identity. Okay, so there you can use -- Tor or check Tor to check the connection. But before using this thing, you need to install Tor browser in Kali machine, because in Kali machine Tor browser is not available. You can just type Tor, or even you can search on here. So you will not get the Tor browser. So you need to install Tor browser first, then you can use the proxy of a Tor browser so that your personal IP will be also hide when you are doing any SQL injection attack on public website. That is important. Okay. Not in the local host is required. So you can just simply use -SQL map -URL, and then in double inverted comma, you can provide the link. Like so here I'm using the DVW as a local host. Simple. And you just hit enter. This is the simplest way. So it will automatically start connecting. Do you want to follow? You just need to click yes. So it will create a one, PHP ID. Then it is showing the security is impossible. Just a second. No, security is okay. Let's create yes. Now it will try to do automatic combination. Now it is trying to check union based test. So you can see it is checking all the condition. Let me show you so here. Like it is checking the PostgreSQL SQL database condition, Microsoft SQL Server condition, Oracle we have. So it is checking hidden trial method, like which version it is, how it is working, that thing. Okay, so it is giving an error like it is not injectable right now. We need to modify the content, or we have given a wrong URL here. Okay, so if I just use to submit it, we are getting some error like this. Okay, so we are getting value, but here we are not getting any content. So if I use here single inverted comma and then hit enter, it is showing as a nil. That means there is a no error is there. Okay. So instead of DBW, let's jump to the real website. So we'll use that test PHP dot web Equinetics one. Okay. So okay, just a second. I need to disable the proxy and then reload it. So we'll go with this live website, which is hosted. It is for the testing purpose. So you can do it. Let's just sign in first, test, and then test. And then you can go to the artist section. You will get this artist one. So here you can just giving an one. So it is giving an error. So this kind of error, you can use this URL for query. So just copy this thing, go to SQL map, and then you can use here. Paste it simply and then inverted comma. And then hit enter. So it will start checking, like it is checking the firewall, it is checking the SQL queries. Then yes, click yes, and then yes to check the different conditions. Now here it is checking Boolean based condition. Now you can see the checking all different kind of MySQL database version, 5.1, 4.1, 5.67, where we will get queries. So this is a predefined queries already created here. These are the different queries conditions. So SQL map is also limited because sometimes what happen, automation tools have their own predefined rule set is available. If the query match, then only we will get the answer. Correct? If it is not match, so there is a no error or no information is available. So here you can see we got the query like this is Boolean based blind SQL injection is available at this ID, and this is the query you can use it like select star sleep. So we are getting some condition. This is a modify union all select query. This is how it is predefined. Also you can use simple and then hyphen dump. So you can use dump the database. So this will directly dump the database of the site after injecting the error. Okay, so we'll just use this and dictionary based attack. So it is trying to checking any dictionary list is available. No, we go with the by default dictionary. Okay, so it is now trying to do the password attack of the database connection. Okay, so you can see it is a different kind of combinations it is using. Okay, you can see. So 6 character, 10 character. So it will take time to check the password also. That is how the automation tool is working. But if you know a strong command in SQL query, so you can easily use this different command sets like here, and you can go with manual option also. Now if I use here simple order by and checking the queries like plus minus. So I'm getting an error here on this particular part. So we'll go with, instead of 5, we can go with 4 to check the details. Still I'm getting error. So what I can do, instead of, I will use a minus and check again. So I get the data. So I will just change this 4 instead of 5. So you can get an again the data. I think 6 or 7 we have maximum columns are available. So we go 6. We can see 6 also we are getting the data. So we have to check till where we are not getting the output like minus or something like that. So you can see we go with 10 there. So that is how you check manually. What if URL does not change application side? For bridges, if the application side is not changed and it is using API, so we need to check the API testing approach, like which kind of request it is checking. So in Bobsur, we need to manipulate the header. It can be in a post method or get method. So according to that, we need to check. So you need to capture the header, then you can do the testing on a repeater to check the responses. Okay, so that's how you can modify the query. Yes, well, we can mention the rate limit also. Risk level. There is an option we have called. Let me showcase in Bubs. In SQL map we have the hyphen level. That from which level? So it have the 0 to 5. Like 5 is a high level risk. Is that 0 and 1 we can use to? request, 1 second, after 2 seconds, the second request will come. So due to that, no firewall even, detect that request also. That option is available. And one more question I got it, what the question it is, second last. Yeah, I think plus minus question, come. Yeah, Shashank. So why I'm using plus minus here to condition? Plus minus 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 we use, this thing we use first to neutralize the command. So what happened? Let's suppose I'm not using this thing as a minus minus or plus plus. So it will count as a external value. Let's suppose here you can see if I not use this thing minus minus order bar. So you can see it will not count as an input value, or not give any kind of error. Okay, so what we do, we will try to use minus minus plus plus to as combine as a combine. Let me showcase you how. Let's suppose there is a query we are running, select star from product table where id equal to 1. So we will get some output. Okay. Now in front end, what happened? When we use select star from product where id equal to 1, and then I am using order by 10 simple. And if I use this thing, so it will give an error here, order by, because it is not neutralized. It will not count as a single value. So what we are doing, here we are using minus minus or maybe plus plus, depending on which kind of data base is there. So if I using minus minus, so it will count as a single value. It will count as a one, not as a one and then order by. And how we can use this thing minus minus plus minus, it depends like on which OS the database is hosted. Like in the background, in the background web server, they are using Windows server operating system, or they are using Linux based server operating system. So there we use this minus minus plus minus to neutralize this whole thing as a single value instead of getting an error. So that's how it will submit, and we will get the response according to that. So there we can use this to neutralize and work as a comment. Okay. So that's how you need to check. This is the behavior. The more kind of website you're gonna practice, then you can identify this thing. Of course, this is first time when we are doing testing, so it is just going out of mind. Like, sir, what these are the things you are telling? Why I'm using plus minus? Why should I use the order by? And how you can able to find this option that there is a chance of SQL injection. Of course, this thing will come up when we do more practice. It is not like first time. Even when I am doing the practice as a initially first time, so I got confused like what others teaching, what how we are able to find the vulnerability, why I'm using this thing. So of course it will take time, but you will learn this thing one by one. Okay. That is depends on the, we cannot assure that plus minus 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 will give you that if you go with plus plus or Linux plus minus, so that is not dependent. It depends only on the website, that how response we are getting, because we cannot right now, I cannot able to give a 100% assurance that this website is hosted on Linux web server. Maybe there is some proxy server is also available, so we need to do hit and trial method here. So that's why I use that. If I use my plus plus, I am also getting the same data. And if I'm using the minus minus, I'm getting the same data. So I'm not right now able to identify this is running on Windows server or Linux server. We need to check to modify the query one more limit. Okay. Okay. And can you please reference site? Yeah, I will provide you. Sometimes SQL map get blocked. Yeah. Bridges for blocking with the web, you can do do things. You can use the option called host user agent. You can use the user agent option is available in SQL map. You can use that thing as a random. So it will just create a random user agent and hyphen Tor proxy. So your original ID will not be able to go. So whenever you are requesting, it will just change the IP address in some time. So it will not able to block by the web. That option is available. And for sure, more detailed approach, you can follow this website for a theoretical concept, security idiot. This is a one bug hunter is available. He have written very good blog on SQL injection. So you can go to SQL, where it is SQL. Lots of things you will get it. The basic you can start from the blog. I will provide you basic injection. Let me search. Security. There you can go. So it is written in a very deep way, like how you are using minus, minus, plus, plus. So he written all the conditions. Let me go. These are the conditions are there. Let me go with the first part 2. There we have part 3. Here you can see comment. So if you are using minus minus, so it is like in a Linux base, minus minus plus, so it is a Windows base. For hash we use for encoding. SQL comment, it is for null byte to bypass the tricks. So these are the tricks you can modify, and you need to check it according to the website condition. So you can read all the this condition. Like sometimes we use single inverted comma, sometimes we use double inverted, and sometimes we use single plus bracket. So this is a different conditions are available. Balance, inject, and comment. So we are just balancing the comment. This whole query we are just balancing it. There you can see order by comment. So we are just balancing this thing which I told you. So you can follow this site also for a reference block. So this will help you to understand before you are doing any testing on the real site. Okay. Any doubt anybody have till here? Let me know. Just give me a confirmation. And you can use the SQL map for automation tasks, like it will automatically dump the database or find the possible queries. So you can try if you are doing on real website. I will recommend don't go any real website directly, which is we don't have the permission. You can sign up on Bugcrowd, HackerRank, or Integrity. These are the bug bounty platforms. There you can sign up, and then you can check out that they have the scope area available or not, which kind of injection they are accepting. So according to that, you can try to do. So we have Bugcrowd is available, HackerOne. If you want to interested in bug bounty or bug hunting career part, so there you can go and work on that part. Integrity is there, or maybe we have, yes, we have. These are the platforms are available for bug bounty. So you can go register yourself, verify your ID, and then you can do legal hacking. Don't just jump your college website or your friend's website or some office website directly and do testing. Because when you are going for the submit, they can claim that without permission, how you can do testing on our website. Or some of the website they have security research program is running. So that you need to check it on their about us, or maybe the security research program they have. So that you can search it, then you can try to perform. Like we have the Nokia, they are running big website. They already have their own concepts. So there you can try to do perform the testing also. But I will recommend that don't go on a big websites because they are already secured. So you will not get vulnerability easily. You have to take weeks to find vulnerability. So you can start with initial startup companies or which have not that much famous websites. So there is a chance of finding more vulnerabilities in less time. Okay, these are some tricks we follow in bug bounty. So that thing you can even follow. But I will recommend before jumping any website, try to understand the core concept. Learn and expertise in one vulnerability, then we can go for the real website testing. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that is also you can search with the Google. I will just copy this thing. Thanks for the reference. Yeah, you can use Google Doc technique also to find queries. So the Google Docking also can help you to find all the different policies of some website. You will get it. And even you can rectify specific sites. You can modify this thing, like you want to go for India, you want to go for US based websites, you can go with Canada based. So you can filter as a country wise also. Netherlands, we have, they are having government website. They will provide you swags. They will not provide money, but they will provide you swags and one reference letter. So there you can check out with the Sweden sites and Dutch site for the testing purpose. Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, responsible disclosure is also there. You can search for this thing. So these other modifications are available for the Google Docking. This will also help you to enhance your searching skills. So how you can get more information in less time. You can search about these things. It will help. Like some of the students know, some maybe don't know who are beginners. So they can search about it, the queries. Okay, so till here, I think everybody got all the queries and understanding about more SQL injection type. Here you can see it is started dumping, like checking the 1, 2, 3, 12. It is checking the conditions. Like, so it will take time. Even if the website having big database, so it will take more than 2 days, 3 days, or even a week also. So till you have to start and continue your laptop. Like I was dumping some of the website data, so it will take around 4 days continue to dump the data. Like it's a big database, so there I required 4 days to continue dumping the data. It depends like how the database is also responding. Is there any web security is available or not, any firewall is available or not. So due to firewall also it will block sometimes when we are dumping a data from SQL map. So don't be hurry. It maybe take 1 hour, 2 hours, or maybe goes to full day also. So like hacking is a patience level, it will check to finding vulnerabilities. Okay, so it will take time to dump. Not an issue. You can try with this particular sites I have given you for practice. So anybody have any doubt about SQL injection or understanding? Let me know. Anybody have? Just give me a yes or no, so we can move with the second topic about today, that is Xss attack, from where we have left last time. Nobody have any question, query? Just give me a confirmation. All good here? Okay, great. We got one response. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, Bridges. If you are continuously hitting IP address to perform, so at a sometime maybe server can block our IP address. So we need to stop and then we restart after 24 hours. Okay. For video, which video channel you are asking? Your view? I didn't get it. Like any YouTube channel you are asking? So I will start making and there we can host. Okay. I will prepare one. I start some videos on YouTube. There I will share you some more in real website testing part. Okay. So I think it's time to take a small break so that you can get a little rest. Lots of things you have understand. Okay. So we'll take a 10-minute break and then we will start about Xss attack. Okay. So take a break, take coffee, and of course lots of thing is there. I will provide you, I will create one new channel and there I will showcase some real website testing, not this traditional one. So there maybe you can learn it. Okay, so maybe next week I will provide you till you can have a small break. And yeah, you can inbox me, not a issues there, or WhatsApp me, not a issue. Okay, so we'll take a 10-minute break, then we'll come back and then we'll start accesses in a different way. Last time we have learned about reflected, so then we will learn about DOM base also. Okay, so yeah, I will set my lighting also. It's evening here. Okay, we'll connect in around 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. Okay, guys. So everybody is there. Let me know. So we'll start the next topic. I got one confirmation. What about the others? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, great. Great, great. So here you can see it will take time to dump the database. If you are dumping database, so I just stopping it because you can see when we are doing SQL map or any kind of password attack or brute force attack. So what actually happen? It is utilizing our main CPU power performance and core part. So here, if you can see in the Linux part currently in the task manager, and you can see the monitor part here. If you click, you can see the CPU utilization is up to 90%, 80% like this thing. Why? Because in the background, the hit and trial method, even you are using brute force attack or even you are using SQL map queries, so it will take time. So as per your hardware configuration performance, it will give the response. Okay, so right now you can see almost 70, 100% utilization is going on. I have given you the two CPU core from that part. Even you can go to main Windows. So there you can see the utilization performance there. Almost 58% or 60% CPU utilization is going on. Reason? Because Kali machine is using it. So if I go to main application, and there you can see the CPU click. You can see virtual machine is taking the Kali machine because in the background the brute force attack is going on to get the password of the database. So let's suppose if I just you can see 100%, almost at 90 plus. So if I just stop here, Control C, you can see we got some data. It is dumping some category files. We have got it. Now it is stopping. Okay. So I will just click no and enter. So you can see I just quit the right now the attack. Again, we can start it, not a problem. Now you can see whole thing is dropped. Even the there you can see. So now it is around 8%, 10% because now no processing happen. And even if you go to the Windows Task Manager, you can see the utilization just coming half from 60 to 30, 38%. And even you can see the performance also like that. So it is reduced to from 80, 60 to 32%. That's how the things work. So you if you have a good power hardware resource, so you can do the stuff efficiently and fastly. If you have less RAM, lower the processor you have i5 or i3, so it will take time little bit to get the result. So that is not worry about it. Sometimes it will got little bit error got attack that thing. So it depends like how much hardware resources utilizing. So sometimes it will give some little less response if you have 8 GB of RAM, if you are using your laptop. So don't worry about it, take little time, but it will give the result. Okay, so that's how it is work. Now let's jump to the new topic. Like last time we have covered about the XSS attack. In that we have learned about the reflected XSS attack, like how it can be happen, and it will only showcase and affect only client side. So this is like low level of low or medium level of vulnerability we have. Correct. So this thing you can get easily on public websites also when you are doing in input parameters or chat box, search box, resistance page, that thing. Coming to the DOM based accesses, so it is like simply document object model. So it is come into the JSON or XML files generally. Like when we are getting some data from database and showing into the front end side. So that is what we call DOM base, and the vulnerability can be comes into the medium or high level vulnerability. And this will come as a category like this. So let me just close this one machine. Let's open the DBWA. So localhost, there we have, then DBWA. Okay, let me log in there. Password. Then let's go to the DOM base first. That is there. So here this kind of options like come like selecting some categories. We have some queries. So here you can see we are selecting English language. So after selecting, you can see English language is selected, but we are not getting any kind of response because this is just a selection option is there. Okay. And if you just check the page source code, that is a backend code. So let me just zoom, and there you can see the English over here. So this is kind of language is written document dot location index reference. Then you have this thing. So this is a document, document dot write. It is written in JavaScript function. Okay. So here you can see when we select English, then it will be selected as English, and the value will submit here. So value will be like English is selected. Now this same URL you can see here. So URL is like default is English we have selected. Now if I select uh, French, you will see we will get a output on not website, but you can see in the URL change. So you need to identify how the URL is behaving. Any kind of attack you are trying to do. If you're not getting any kind of response on website, so you need to check the path of URL, the link of the URL, how it is working. Let me just get it. Now it is thing good. Okay. So that's how you can get more detail about the part. So now here you can see default is something. So this is the parameter we have got it. Okay, this is what we call the input parameter. Correct? When I select English, so it will showcase you as an English URL. There you can see. Let's go with the Spanish. And I select language Spanish. So you can see we are getting this thing. That means whenever we are submitting, we are getting that selection option. And in the background, you can see this is a table is written. And when we are getting information, so that is we are getting the information like that. So this is how the coding is working. Now how we can manipulate. So why not I just use instead of Spanish, if I just select any language like Chinese, because Chinese is not available in the option. I'm just trying to do. So you can see it automatically come into this particular part. But in the background, you can see we have only 4 languages set: French, English, Spanish, and German. But how the Chinese coming? That means we have modified that code. Or here we are getting the show. Okay, and let's suppose if I go with the Hindi and then enter. So automatically you can see the option is getting here Hindi. But it is not stored in the database. It's just a reflection we are getting. Okay. Let's suppose if you go with the any other language we have, Italian, we can see. That means whenever we are putting some value or content, it is giving that options. So why not we can just try to inject a script here. So there we can simple script for the alert part. So we'll go with the simplest function there. Hello, and then just simply use this script function. So that's how we are manipulating the code. And then let's simple. And if I hit enter, I'm getting an this kind of error, and as well as you can see there is no output because that is already submitted but not on the database. Let's suppose I just reload the site. You can see I'm getting this error till this URL is submitted. Now if I just clear this whole stuff and then again open it, so you can see you not get any kind of output. So DOM base is maybe a chance that it will be front end side only, so that will come into the medium level of vulnerability. But if it is stored in the database, so that will come into the high level vulnerability. That depends on the website behavior. Let's suppose I open the this whole website link in the private mode. That means I'm opening a new connection. So even here, if I get the same error, then this will be in a part of store base accesses, but it is not storing here. You can see in the DOM base, I'm not getting any other option. Okay, if I just simply click and then getting the option, if I just use it, so it will not giving any kind of same error. That means this is a reflected side DOM base attack, attack. So that's how the differences are there, that where we are getting a response. Okay, so DOM base is like, when we are selecting some tables, rows, if we have, inbuilt, embedded part, even you are using click jacking. So in click jacking, we, one contain is available in that we are containing some information. Or if you have seen some website having the ads, or, Twitter is going on in the blog part. If I showcase you one website on a real, so, hacking articles, we have articles. So you will see, ads, blogs. Okay, like, some ad is running on the website. So that is called embedded HTML embedded, option. Let's suppose just use, this thing, Hydra tool for the part. So here you can say this is a option as well. This is embedded Twitter. So Twitter's website is not running here. It is running on real twitter.com domain, but we have taken a snippet code to show the, shortcut that what is going on social media trend. So there you can try to, perform the DOM-based attack if you have some kind of, value, because when you click on this, it will redirect to the Twitter website, correct? So you need to check like some selection is there or not. If you are, giving a category selection, so there will be some drop down connection is there or not. So that way you can able to identify on real website. What we are doing here, it is just a testing purpose. So you will get easily DOM-based accesses easily here or in maybe in BWAP. But in real website, we need to check, the conditions. So there is a chance that it can be a reflected accesses or maybe it is a DOM-based. So very, very small differences we have in both the vulnerabilities. Okay. Any question I got here? Let me check. I'm not understanding the difference between reflected. Yeah, Doug, I will just, again, tell you. Can you give overview of sync, source and sync? Yeah. Okay, not a problem. Just going with this part. See, I'm just taking one more example so that you can understand the basic difference. In accesses and reflected, what actually happened, we have written a code in HTML. Maybe we have written a code in JavaScript, maybe we have written a code in CSS, or maybe we have written, PHP. So this is what we call cross-site scripting. So we are using here a function with JavaScript functions and try to, just inject the code, inject the payload. So we will get a specific, alert or pop-up on the site. So that is what we call as a reflected accesses. While accesses in DOM, what actually happen, it is limited queries or, language. It is limited to, language. So here we generally use JavaScript functions, which is starting with document dot write, document dot location. So they have its own language. It is, limited to JavaScript document based language. I will showcase the functions. Document DOM functions. So it is like, only restricted to specific functions, which is start with like windows.document or document. So this kind of functions, it is limited to this total, 10 to 15 functions only. Like this is starting with, add and anchor, this thing. So if any vulnerability coming with this, execute command, get element ID, image, so that is called DOM-based access. Apart from that, any other vulnerability, functions you are getting about HTML function, JavaScript functions, or PHP functions in a front end. So that will count as a reflected accesses. Both are same, but a real, small difference is that DOM base is only limited to the document objects that, it is just getting some data. So it have very limited functions. This is like 10 to 20 functions is only is available in DOM base, which have, properties of method to calling a data from the database and reflecting onto the website. So it is limited. If you are getting any error in this kind of functions, So that only count as a document or DOM based accesses. Rest, if you are getting any other vulnerabilities or bug, so that will count as a reflected accesses. That is main difference is available. Like it's a one language part of HTML and JavaScript subsection, you can say. So that is what we call as a DOM base. Even you can go here, you can just see in the OAPS org website also. So there will also they will teach you, like it is called type 0, you can say store sometimes depending on how the response will get. So every language or query, if you got like this kind of function like document.write, document.location, document.windows location, so that is comes into the document DOM based accesses. Apart from that, if you are just normally getting a select query, HTML tag based queries, so that will count as a reflected accesses. So DOM base have a very limited functions are available that I given this HTML. This is only the 10 to 20 functions. If you got any error with these functionalities, so that comes into the DOM base, else it will come into the reflected accesses. That is the thing. Okay. We got one more bug and error. Okay, and I will tell you. So example earlier with the drop down, still it is reflected since you did not use DOM. No UV. This particular is a DOM base accesses because there we are using the functions about documents. Let me show you the source code. The output will be like reflected. Even in the store base also you will get this the same pop-up. So pop-up is a quality of this is a cross-site scripting vulnerability. But which kind of vulnerability we need to rectify that how the functions is getting. If you are getting a input value here, let's suppose there will be input value, so it can be count as a reflected or a store base. But here we are getting a functionality about document.location, document.write. So that comes into the DOM base. That's the thing is there. So we need to check the source code also. And one more question I get from the Kajal. So see here, Kajal, what actually the difference between error and bug is that error is something you can say when we are configure some code, written some code, and when we are executing that code, so we got some syntax error maybe. Okay, so that is what we call as error. Bug means this is a flow of program code. That means the program is already executed. We didn't get any kind of syntax error or interpreter error. But there is a bug is available that I can manipulate the data. Simply, if we take example of this login page, there you can see. In the brute force attack, what we are doing the hit and trial method. So if you check the source code here, that is input value. So I will showcase you where is input here. So this is a execution. So in the time of execution, we are not getting any kind of error because every syntax is written properly. All the syntax is written properly. So that's why the application is running normal. But what is bug is that developer forget to close this input tag value, or developer forget to verification is not done. Like password can be any kind of password. It can be any username. So that thing we are manipulating, that we call as a bug, because here we can use 1 2 3 also. Here we can use number and some special characters, so even that is also accepting. That is the part like it is wrong or not. Even I'm using some some add. So this is a bug we have because the verification is not done, the filtration is not done, but the code is written properly, so we are not getting any kind of error. So that is a minor difference between error and the bug we have. Okay. Yes, Shashank, that is correct. Document is based on DOM. DOM is based on document functionalities. Reflected can be DOM as well as the other functionalities we have HTML and CSS tag also. But DOM reflected is only limited to the these functions like documents, like 10 to 10 functions. Only this function if you got any kind of error, so it is limited document base. It's a part of reflected only, but we have rectify and categorize in different category because here we are using document based handling something or getting some output data. So that's why we have differentiate reflected and document. So document have limited functions is available, but in reflected we have lots of functions are available in HTML also, CSS also, JavaScript also, and even SQL and Python or PHP also. But DOM base have limited queries. So that is the little difference we have. It's like, we have a one river is there, and when one we call as a, pond or lake. So a river we can call as a reflected accesses. There is a no limitation is there, while DOM has a limited area to work on. So if you have limited functions, if you found any error, so that will call as a DOM based accesses. That is the differences we have. So till here, every doubt is clear right now. Let me know. All good to go. Any question, any query, any confusion is there? Do also let me know. Just give me a confirmation on chat so we can move further to move on, or else I will explain with some another examples also. Just let me know. All good? Great. No problem. One game you can play. Uh there is a one website is there. Xss game is available, I think. So this is the site is also available. I think it is asking for login. Okay, I will open on Windows platform. So it will give a little idea about the reflected and DOM based functionalities. So you can try this to perform. It's a kind of game, but it's a, simply JavaScript based vulnerabilities is available. So you can try. Of course, DBW is there for the practice purpose, but you can use this one also. Okay. XSS game here. You can use this thing. Yeah. Yes. There you can use it. So this is a particular alert function when we are searching on some real website. So let's suppose this is the website you got it on some page. So you can just simply, if I search for hello, you can getting no query, but you can see in the query we are getting a hello input. So we'll try again. Now even I can here inject HTML tag also like a, or if you go with bold sign, then you can use hello. So closing. So this is HTML tag I'm using. You can see the same as it is in input. So why not we can use this tag script tag to perform the reflected accesses. I will just here paste and just see. So you can see we got the alert and that is pop-up. So let's go to next level. And now this is a part of alert, but there is some timer is available. Like you can see there we have some timers are available there. So if I use 3 times, so it will give 3 times pop-up and then we need to check it. So here we need to set something error base. So you can try to check on error functionalities to perform it. So this is all about the reflected accesses, because here we don't have use any kind of you can say specifically DOM or document based options are available. That is the thing is there. Okay, now if you go with more examples, let me go with the one more is there apart from this accesses game. Just copy. You can do practice on here also. And I will test here also. Okay, let's go to the Kalium machine. I will showcase the differences between the code, what actually the code is all about. So let's go with the source code about this DOM base. So here you can go to check the view source. Now here you can see there is no protection, nothing is enabled. No verification is going on in that part. Now let's me increase the level from low to medium. It looks like very similar because the output will be same on all the terms like in accesses, reflected, DOM base or store base. So output will always come as a pop-up because that functionality is as a pop-up to give an error. That is how we call as accesses. But the way of finding According to that, we can differentiate that it is a DOM base, it is a reflected, or it is a store. Okay. So let's go to DOM particularly, and then you can, get it. Yeah. Now let me select it. I will just select. Okay. Now if you go and change this, source code, there you can get a one condition. Like if array is something like that, is something like that. So they have just, use the script tag as a fall condition. So if I use here script alert payload, no, this is not alert payload. Let me just copy this payload here. So this thing is now filtered out there in medium level. You can see the source code. If I use it, you can see it is redirected to the same page, not getting any kind of error. There you can see not getting any kind of error. Okay, so you can use another payloads from here. We have lots of list is available in OAuth stop. So there you can go testing for DOM based site. So these are the different techniques are available. Always remember that if you are getting some function with like document.write, document.location, image, document.alert or reference. So that function, if you are getting any error regarding to the reflected, so that will count as a DOM base only. Apart from these functions, if you are getting an error, so that will count as a reflected accesses. Or if it is store that attack in server, so that becomes store base. These are the minor differences we have. Okay, so that's how you can do. These are the different examples you can see. Every example you can see navigate dot users. You are getting a document dot write, document dot locate. This is the function of JavaScript language we are using, but to a specific area. So that is how you can do the DOM based particular part. Now here we can need to check and identify. So there we can use some image tag img src location. Let's go to x value on error equal to alert function. So I'm using some other technique because skip tag is blocked now. So we need to use something else to get an error. Even here you can see we not get any kind of error because that is also filter. Like maybe this particular uh, single inverted comma, if I use here this thing, now you can see this is filter up. So we need to check some other options. Document dot cookies. So there you can find some cheat sheets are available like French information or something like that. So there you get like this kind of informations or alert. Let's go use this one, document dot cookies. So you can see it is filter up. So we need to check and identify some another method like script.document.cookies, or you can just simply use alert.document.cookies, something like that, to manipulate the filtration, to bypass the filtration. So you can see we're getting as a document only, nothing is available. So we need to check what they have advanced technique. You can use alert, JavaScript, and then you can use some script here like something like that. Some extensions you can use it for further part. So that's how you can manipulate the information. So let's suppose JavaScript, then we can use alert function to try to bypass it. So you can see as it is filtering. So we need to check how we can bypass thing. Of course, we require lots of list is available. So you can search on online for, let's suppose we go with DOM accesses cheat sheet. So you can use any help because we don't learn everything at a one time. It's not possible. So you will get like lots of list is available. You can try to use to bypass the techniques like DOM based. So there you will get different functionalities that you can use to manipulate or get errors. That are the different options are available here. Now there you can see we have functions like attribute, node. So in every let me just select it for the DOM. Let's go to DOM base. Okay, so here always you can see wherever you can see in the code some document dot write document something. So that is a part of DOM based accesses apart from any other functionality if you are getting error, so that will be part of reflected or restored base. That is a simple difference you can get it. Okay. Let me just go with the cheat sheet. Okay. Let's bypass the medium level also. Okay, so here we have this kind of tags are available. We can use it on event. We'll select Firefox. Then we can use any kind of area, center, code. Like these are the animations options are available that you can use with the style, keyframe. These are the on error, image style. You can use it. Let's just copy this one. Let's try if it is working or not. You see, the style, the alert, filtering out it. So we need to check like which, payload will work here. Like we have lots of payloads, conditions are available. Like this you can see. On error, iframe, tag is there. On alert script. We don't have to use a script tag because that is already filtered. So we need to use something like, let me just use this one. SVG alert. Let's try this thing. So even that is also not, working. So we need to check like how we can, bypass or we getting it. So this thing you need to do hit and trial method. It's not, first time, we can go. I can provide you the solution also right now, but you need to understand the testing methods, which functions will work, and code. So if you go to the source code here, you can see we have to use something which is not accepting this syntax, like skip tags or that something like that. One more thing I can do, I can just use capital letter script, small SC, capital RIPT, something like that, and then I will use the alert box, like something like. So this is how we can approve RIPT, like just manipulating to bypass it. We can see it is also filtering. So we need to check. Thing is that this syntax is also coming, like this is small greater than angle sign. So that is also not included. So according to that, we will get the true condition. So if you are getting true condition, so we will get able to pop up the list. So we have different functions. A list is available here. You need to check that which function will work here on that payload. So we need to find some syntax that we don't have the kind of angle bracket is available, because here you can see every uh, payload we have angle bracket. So we need to check like some angle bracket, like you can encode this way also. Let's just try to do this. Let's copy and try this one also. Like this way you can hit and try. You can see everything is accepted as a character value. So this will not give any kind of pop-up. Okay, so that's how you can do testing. For the cheat sheet, you can go with this official site of Bubshoot, post figure. You will get all the listed. You can manipulate, and these are the functions are available: A to Z HTML functions and JavaScript functions. And on which browser you're testing, you can redefine or create your own custom payload also. Then you can directly copy and then you can try. So that is the option is available. We don't have to remember all the cheat sheets part. So that's how you can try and perform DOM-based exercises here. Okay. So try to do this thing. You can do practice on this live website is also running, which is hosted by Google for the practice purpose. Of course, DVW is also there for the practice. And for payload injection, you can use this site to create your own custom payload injection as per the requirement. So that's how you can perform the attacks on different level of vulnerabilities. This is for the practice purpose. In real website, you can use some, I think we have some XSS injectors or automation tools are available. XSS, I think, automate tool. We will get in GitHub, like I have, yeah, pawn XSS is also the automatic scanner that you can use it. Tray XSS is also there that you can try to find the vulnerability. So that thing you can download it and you can check, because we have multiple parts. So I am not recommending any one as a specific, because Xss Con is also available for powerful scanner. So let's go with one with point for the initial, because we have multiple options are available. So that thing you need to check like which one is working properly, and how much accurate data it will able to find you. So this is, I think, installation process given. Let me just copy this git clone. Okay, just a second. Remove this thing and this will copy. Okay, so here we have the Python file is available, but we need to install the dependencies, which is written in requirement.txt. So let's see, ls, we have gone through cd form. Okay, so they are directly pip install require. We'll use the pip3 install requirement.txt. So it will just install all the dependencies and libraries which is required to run the tool. Or you can use Python pip3 also. So there also you can use, options are available, and then you can run the tool. Apart from that, we have you can see we have Xss Con is available, that you can use it. Xss Ninja is available, that you can use it. So you can get lots of GitHub tools that you can use. Remember that whatever the tool you're using, you can check hit and trial method, that which tool is giving you accurate answer. So that thing you can install and do. By default in Kali Linux, we don't have any pre-installed tool is available for accesses, because generally the accesses we use manually maximum times. So this is how you can use it. Let's see. It is not installing. Control C. So I will just simply run the Python 3 and hyphen help. Let's see. So we got all the options like help, payload. We need to custom method, user and single proxy, or you can just simply use the here -u and then provide the URL. So the URL, maybe you can go with this way. I will just select English there, something like that. Simple select, and then just copy the URL and then paste it and hit enter. So it will start automatically. Now you can see we are getting this function like. Okay, so I think it is for the login page. The parameter use payload, but not 100% yet. So you can use document.prompt function. Let's see, but it is for the username password login bypass. So I think this will not work on the page. Okay, dbwa accessd logged in. Huh? It is giving that option. Okay, so I think it is giving on the login page error. Let me copy this thing, document.part. So you can see not verify. So maybe I think this is for the login page bypass, because it is asking for username and password and key value. According to that, it will work. So maybe you can go with the there is one more tool is available. Apart from Con, we have the Xss Con is also there. So you can use this one also. Like depending on which kind of tool will help you more properly in different case scenarios. So we need to hit and trial method. Every installation process is given on this site. So I will provide you this link also. Later you can try to download or work on it. It's available. Okay, so we have PWN, XSS tool is available. XSS Con is also available. These are the automation tools you can try it. Okay, now coming to the store-based accesses. So store-based accesses and reflected accesses are same thing. Okay, reflected and store are same. Same functionality, same thing we are doing. Only the one difference is that in reflect, what actually happened in reflected accesses, that it only shows error on client side, while store, it shows errors on client side, but also store the payload permanently. So it will be in a permanent store in server side. So even we are login with other login ID, it will give you the same error. So that is the functionalities we have available. Let me, any question is there? Yeah, client side error. Great. So store is like this way. So if you go on the DBWA, there you can see, let's go to there, and if you go to store base, so same, here we can see like, hello, how are you? This kind of, comment box or feedback box comes, you can see this is, output is come like a chat messaging we are doing. Okay, if I use the same thing, hello, then we can go with like a script alert, then we can go there like question mark something. Then closing this thing. Okay, and then close the value, and I'm just signing. You can see, okay, it is filtered out. So we have to modify the code like, let's me just go with this. We can create tag here. Firefox, we can go with the custom tag AA alert, something like that. We can use it, and we will get this some kind of alert. Like, let's copy this one alert. Copy. I'm just giving the message instead of some original message. Sign in. You can see we got an nothing. So if I reload, resend it, we'll get some errors or something like that. So you can see we are not getting any kind of message, but the data is stored. Okay. So that's how we need to bypass it. Like here you can use a script alert. So here you can see we cannot able to add. So that thing you need to modify with the help of F12, and then go to the source code. Let me just go in the right side. Okay, so here you can see we have this limited character is available. So for that we need to change the character value to bypass medium level. This is I am doing the medium level. Low level you can try. It will simply same tags we have to use. So I will just go with the name tag here. Now here you can see the max length is 10 is available. Let me showcase you. There you can see size is 30, but the max length is 10. So we need to change it to the 50. That is done. Now you can use the whole comment like this alert question. Then you can go with the hello, save it, then script, close the tab. Now you can able to put, this is not for permanent, but we are just using as a client side. And then we will just use some hello, and then simply submit like signing. Okay, so after signing, you can see it will reset it, but the data is submitted here, like a script alert something. So that's how you can manipulate, and it will be stored permanently. Okay, so we need to modify the code, of course, to get an error or something like that. Let me go with the image tag so that we can get some error. Let's go with the X, then alert. We'll go with here hello, and then close it, and some hello accesses. Now let's try. So you can see the data is submitted, but the character value is giving the same kind of an error. So that's how you need to filter out it. because you need to check the source code, how the filtration is, going on. So you need to check the backend part. Like a skip tag is totally banned. So we cannot use any payload which is start with this script. Okay, now we have to search something document.cookies, document.locations, document.session IDs, so that we can manipulate and get more information. So these are the different techniques that are available to bypass it in store base. Okay, so here you have anybody have doubt, any question is there, do let me know. Anybody? Any question, query still here? Let me know. About DOM base, reflected or store. All clear? Solutions are available on online also. So I didn't provided you the original solution. I just provided you the reflected and DOM base. For store, you can try same, payload will work, but there will be little twist you have to, modify. So that will be the practice you can do so that you can learn something new. Even I can provide the solution and you can search DBA, WA solution. So you will get lots of video solutions are available on internet. Correct. So that is not, spoon feeding I want to do. I want to understand that how we are doing the testing. What will be the mindset of a hacker will be there, that how they are approaching to find vulnerabilities on real websites while practicing the, by default website. So according to that, you can understand and learn faster. Okay, so I'm providing the lots of resources. From there, you can try to perform, because every time when you do solution in your approach, so you will get something new to learn. Okay, it is not like your copy paste. I can provide you the original solution. You can search, you will get all the list is available. There you can try. Okay, so I will just repeat one last time how the differences we have. We have reflected accesses and store. So they are like, approach is same. And we will find in HTML language, CSS language, JavaScript language, PHP, or maybe, database connectivity. So there we can, find the accesses. Approach and payload is same. Like, script tag we are using, but only the difference is reflected will get the, effect on client side only. So whenever new user will log in on their laptop, so you will not get any error. So it is like a low level vulnerability. While store, what actually happen if some user have created the, accesses payload or try to perform, so it will store in the database. When it is stored in database, so any other user when they log in, even there also the error will, or that vulnerability will show. So that's why it become high and critical level vulnerability. That is the same thing. Payload is same, but the effect is limited. Like it is reflected, so that means it is only affect your browser end. But if it is stored, that we are using some chat message application, feedback application, or comment box application. So that is storing the data in the database. Same payload, but it is stored in database, so that will become store accesses. While DOM is little bit different. DOM accesses is something like we have a limited functions are available, which is you can get with the documents. It's a part of Java, HTML and JavaScript, but it is in a document.write function we have dot cookies. So it is something related with this. So that become a part of reflected. No, that is a part of DOM based accesses. Okay. Approach is same. Output will be, you will get like, pop-up or alert box, but categories is little bit different. Okay. And we have hundreds of functions are available. I have given you the cheat sheet. Here you can see in the cheat sheet, we have hundreds functions are available because it's a coding syntax. So you can see all the syntax are available like Canva, center, site. Some of our HTML tags, some of our, JavaScript tags are there. So according to that, we are creating a payload. So we not remember every payload. Even I don't know remember every payload. So you can use this cheat sheet, or even you can go with the some automation tool to work on. But you need to check like which automation tool is used, for login page bypass, a search query based, error, or it is a URL based error. So that you need to check. Like we have multiple tools are available, open source and free. So that is for your research part. Then you can do it. And any kind of question comes in automation tool, how to use, how to install, you can ping me on WhatsApp, or we can do Skype in the weekend or in the weekdays. So you will get learning more things. Okay. So today we have learned about the SQL map, how the SQL injection we can able to find, what are the techniques are available, and then we have learned about the DOM based and store based accesses. Okay, so do practice and understand the payload, then you can try on real website also. But remember that real website, go with bug crowd and that particular website, because they are legal to hack. You are working as a security researcher, but don't jump directly into your any college or school website to hack, because they have no permissions and it will be illegal to do testing on live website without permission. So if you are interested to move on, you already know the basics, so you can go with the live website. We are not restricting that part, but follow the rules and regulation also. Okay, so that way you can learn. Even if you found some vulnerabilities, that is good. Then I will tell you that how we you can submit the vulnerability. So there will be some format is available that we call as a POC and you know bug bounty format. So maybe you can check it some format that how they are submitting, and they have their own rules and regulation. So as per that, if you are following, maybe they will get some swag, some bounties or money, depending on the programming. They have their own logic part. Okay, so that thing you can do it. Yeah. Any question apart from that? College website you can do, but it will don't try to perform any kind of brute force attack or DOS attack, because this will affect their business also. You're learning in their college, so it's your responsibility to secure first thing, not distract. Okay, so try, but in a secure format. Don't perform any kind of DOS attack or brute force attack, because what happen if you're doing, your IP will be blocked first thing, and maybe there is a chance that a website can crash. So if it is crashed, the business will lost now. Whoever the owner's website is there. So we are not learning the things to damage, or to damage the infrastructure, to damage the loss. We are learning security to secure the things. Correct. So that is the motive we have. Very minor difference. That thing is, you can do it. Okay. Yeah, in Bakra, they will give goodies. Maybe if it is some critical vulnerabilities, they will give you bounties also. That is, money prize also they will provide you. That you can see in their rules and regulation, that is in scope and out of scope conditions. Okay, so this is all about today's class. Anybody have any doubt in any topic? Let me know. I will revise the topic or give some more example to understand. Then you can do practice more. Any kind of question comes in any place, any kind of testing you are doing. So just give me a screenshot on WhatsApp, or ping me in the group. So I will guide you that there you can use this thing, or there you can use this particular part. Okay, and also WebGoat, anybody getting installation error, I know. So we'll connect tomorrow in this Skype. I will provide a solution. You can follow to reinstall it. Okay. So any question, any is there? Yeah, the professional link I will provide you in the WhatsApp group. So you can do how to install Bob suite on Windows and one simple hacking. In Windows, you can directly install the official site, that Manoj. This is the website we have, Postfigure. Yes, I am available in the main group. So you can go here in the product part in Postfigure. You can download from here, Community Edition for Windows. It's a simple exe file. You can only download from here. It will start and you can install it easily. Okay, that's the thing you have to do. For Mac OS is also same. Here you can go to the back. Let me go to, when you click here, go to straight download. There it will, you select which operating system you want to download. So if you have M1 Pro is available, you can click ARM M1 Pro. Or if you have old Mac OS, so you have like, C is there. So you can go with Mac OS Intel base. Or if you're installing on Windows, you can install with Windows. Or in Linux, so in Kali machine, it is coming by default. So not required. You just, download this way. That's how. Okay. Any other Bobsu professional I will provide you. Let me get it here only. That is Bobsu professional GitHub. You will get lots of link to download. You can just go with setup. This is a setup file is available. If you follow this step, you will get the pre-activated. For Windows. You need to run this PowerShell file. You can check out with this also. I will providing here, so you can download or enable in Windows or even Kali also. Not a issue is there. I will add into the node file also for professional. So there is not that much difference is there because we are a starter. So everything is available in community version also. In professional, just the processing is little bit faster as compared to community. That's it. Nothing is different is more than that we have. Okay. So both you can use it. Any other question? Anybody have any queries there? Do let me know. Listed companies, you will get it like, let me go to the crowd. They have updated, their channels. Like whenever a new update or new listing comes, you can just click on the programs. They will give you a link. The filtration option will come there. I will showcase. So there you can go. Like here, it will showcase this recent part, this pop-up. Like this is the older. So they have updated their policy. So you can go with the recent link for the testing purpose. Or even you can filter here like rewards, vulnerability disclosure. No, that is not available. You can just go with the, descending order or just, filter for the promoted date. So you will get this industry. So this is the filtration is available, like short by date or which are the latest one. So you can go with the latest one. So these are, you will get like this recent one. So you can click, these are the latest update. So this is the new listed companies are available that you can, join, and then you can do. These are the older one. They didn't have updated some new policy, some new link. So wherever you see this recent, you can go and do the testing purpose on that part. Okay. So that's how you can get new links. For you have to follow the links. They have given the instructions actually. There you can see you have to do this follow steps like open the PowerShell, then execute this command, then you need to go install this PS file and then install the application. Simple. So this 3 step you have to follow in PowerShell command that you need to do. So it is not recommended for now. You can start and do practice on community version so that at least you can expertise. Then you can move to professional as a crack version. Okay, that thing you can do, or also you can see lots of videos are available on YouTube that how you can install Bobsuit as a pro version. So there also you can get some pre-activated keys are available. So I have followed these steps to install it. It a little bit different because we need to do command. If you are first time, so don't require it. You can use community version. That is also enough to find lots of bugs. So that is not recommended that we also go with the professional. Okay, not required at now, at least. Apart from that, anybody have any other question, query? Let me know. Any other previous topic you didn't understand, any vulnerability name, let me know so you can ask questions. All good till here? Yeah, and on Windows also we can do bug bounty hunting because it's a website testing. So we can install Bubsuit on and we can do testing on website also. But some automation tasks we need to do, then we need to follow the Kali machine. Yes, that is correct. They are providing in dollars or money. These are the, but depends like which level of vulnerability you will find. So if it is a high level of vulnerability, they can give in dollars money. That is very sure. Lots of people are getting it on a daily basis. So competition is also high. Only the thing is that first come first serve. That is condition is there. Let's suppose you have find the vulnerability and other person is also find the vulnerability same, but the first person have submitted the vulnerability first time, so that only the first person will get the money. Rest will get only the points in the bug crowd profile. So that is the one loop back, you can say, or drawback is available in the bug bounty program. So competition is very high. Whenever a new website will come, lots of people jump at the same time, and they are also doing the testing. So we need to compete with that particular part and find vulnerability first to submit, so that you will get the first priority to get the money. If you found the same vulnerability but you are submitting a second time, so it will show as a duplicate, that already somebody has already submitted this vulnerability. So that is a drawback is available. Yeah. Any other question apart from that? Let me know. All good till here? Okay. Okay. So I think we need to close today's session. If nobody have any question, and then we will come back with next week with some new topics and new vulnerabilities we will learn. Lots of things is there to learn. Till you can do practice more and more. Whatever the question queries come, just ping in the WhatsApp or give screenshot. So we will provide the solution or guidance for the further to work on it. Okay. So thank you guys. We'll see in the next session or in the weekdays. Final exam will be available after the 45 days or 1 month after the course will complete. So you have lots of time to prepare. Don't worry about that thing. Just focus on the practice purpose, because you are getting this training for the job perspective and learning new things. So passing an exam is just one option. This is not your focus to work on it. Learn new things, so you will get lots of new part. Okay. So thanks. We'll see you next week to learn something new. Yeah, exam will be from the syllabus part only. The okay quizzes or maybe MCQ question will come. So we will update you according to the paper will come. So that is not a issue is there. Yeah, what we have teach from there it will come. So don't worry about the exam part. Focus on learning new things and finding new bugs. So that will help you to enhance your resume, enhance your confident to finding vulnerabilities, and of course it will help you to get a new job with a good high salary high. So that will be main focus. Okay. Okay, guys. So thanks again for the time. We'll see you in the next session. Till take care. Do hunting. Do letting. Bye bye.